Before we start, if your stove burner looks anything like this, caked in grease, burned on grime, layers you've given up on, don't touch it yet. Because in the next few minutes, you're going to see a method that most people ignore. And by the end of this video, you'll realize why scrubbing actually makes it worse. Yes, worse. And the crazy part? The solution costs less than $3 and takes almost no effort. Let's test something first. Look at your stove right now. Be honest. Drop a comment. Type bad if it's greasy. Type hopeless if you've already given up cleaning it. Lock it in, because we're coming back to that. Now here's the problem most people don't realize. When grease builds up on your stove burner, it doesn't just sit on the surface. It hardens, layer by layer. Heat turns it into something closer to glue than oil. So when you try to clean it, you scrub harder. You use steel wool, harsh chemicals, endless effort. And what happens? It barely works. Or worse, you damage the surface. So here's the question. Why do people still do it this way? We'll answer that in a second, but first, let me show you something. Imagine two people. Person A spends 20 minutes scrubbing aggressively. Person B does almost nothing, waits, then wipes once. Guess who gets better results? Comment your guess. Type scrub or wait. Don't overthink it. Most people say scrub because it feels right. Effort equals results, right? But this is where most people get it wrong, and this is exactly why their stove never gets fully clean. Let's break the pattern, because the next step is where everything changes. Instead of scrubbing, you're going to let chemistry do the work. And no, this isn't some complicated formula. It's something you probably already have. Here's what you need: baking soda, dish soap, warm water. That's it. Total cost? About $3. No expensive cleaners, no toxic fumes, and definitely no scrubbing for 20 minutes. But don't use it yet, because if you apply it wrong, it won't work. And that's where most people fail. Here's the method. Step 1. Remove the burner or grate. Place it somewhere flat, like a sink or tray. Now this is important. Instead of applying soap directly, you're going to create a paste. Mix baking soda with a little dish soap and just enough water to make it thick. Not runny, not dry, right in between. Step 2. Spread the paste over the greasy areas. Don't scrub, just cover it completely. Think of it like coating the problem, not attacking it. Now here's the part most people skip, and it's the reason their results suck. You wait. At least 10 minutes. Sounds simple, but almost no one does it properly, because it feels like you're doing nothing. But what's actually happening? The baking soda is breaking down the grease, the soap is lifting it, and the water is loosening everything underneath. This is where things get interesting, because what feels like doing nothing is actually doing the most. And here's the part no one expects. Most people who struggle with cleaning aren't failing because they're lazy. They're failing because they're too aggressive. They interrupt the process. They scrub too early. They don't let the method work. So now ask yourself, are you someone who rushes the process or lets it work? Comment. Type rush or wait. Be honest. Now after 10 minutes, come back. Take a sponge or cloth and wipe. That's it. No heavy scrubbing, no force, just a wipe. And here's what you'll notice. The grease doesn't fight back. It slides off, because it's already been broken down. If there are stubborn spots, repeat once. Still no aggressive scrubbing. Now step back for a second, because something important just happened. At the beginning of this video, most people believed effort equals results. Scrub harder equals cleaner stove. But now, you've seen the opposite. Less effort, better outcome. So what changed? We didn't add more force. We changed the approach. And this applies to more than just cleaning. But we'll come back to that. First, let's go back to your original comment. Remember? Bad or hopeless. Look at your stove now, or imagine doing this method. Final question. Do you still think it's hopeless? Comment. Type fixed if you believe this works. Type doubt if you're still unsure. Because here's the truth most people miss. Cleaning isn't about effort. It's about timing and method. And once you understand that, everything changes. Now here's the deeper insight. The reason scrubbing fails isn't just physical, it's psychological. We're wired to believe more effort equals more reward. So when something doesn't work, we push harder, instead of stepping back. But real efficiency comes from doing less at the right time. And once you see this pattern, you start noticing it everywhere. In cleaning, in work, in decisions. Because sometimes the fastest way to solve a problem is to stop forcing it. So next time you see grease and grime, don't attack it. Let it break down first, then act. Because the difference between struggle and simplicity isn't effort, it's strategy. And now, the final question. Did your thinking change during this video? Be honest. Type changed or same. Because if it did, that means you didn't just learn how to clean your stove, you learned how to think differently. And that is way more powerful than a $3 method. Try it, come back, and tell me how it worked.